Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Tennessee set to host their first junior day of the year. Coming up this weekend, big-time opportunity. A lot of the top-tier talent in the class of 24 will be on Rocky Top, including the 247 Sports composite number one wide receiver in the country, Ryan Wingo. Already been crystal balled to Tennessee by Steve Wiltfong. I think he is trending towards Tennessee. We're going to get into it and talk about it. But these junior days, I think it's really where Josh Heupel shines. And for some of you that aren't really familiar with recruiting or don't follow it that heavy, you'll see it on Twitter. You know, last year I think they did a scavenger hunt. Sometimes they'll play wiffle ball, bowling. Just it's a way for the players to actually get to know the coaches. And I think it's a place where Josh Heupel really shines because he shows, you know, that culture, that atmosphere, that family dynamic that he brings to Knoxville. And I think he really shines during junior day when he doesn't have a game to focus on. And that's probably, you know, the same could be said for all coaches. When you have these visits during the season, it's hard to really focus on the incoming kids because you've got a game to prepare for, you got a team to prepare for. But I think Josh Heupel really shines during these junior days. We'll be following it throughout the weekend. Again, a lot of top-tier talent going to be in Knoxville. But I want to talk about Ryan Wingo before we get into it, as always. Do me a favor, go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, free, easy, helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. We are fans just like you guys. If you missed the live stream last night, had a good time talking way too early season predictions, I encourage you to go back, check out that stream. A lot of fun hanging out with Dauber and the X Factor. But let's get into it. Let's talk about Ryan Wingo again. You can see there on the screen, 247 Sports composite, 5-star wide receiver, number one player out of the state of Missouri, number 3 ranked wide receiver, top wide receiver in the country, 14th nationally at any position. But this is, you know, when we talk about Josh Heupel in this offense and what we are seeing this football team do, number one in the country in scoring and yards per game. I saw something about the number of big-time plays over 40 yards that this football team put together in 2022. They had more in this season alone than they did under 3 years with Jeremy Pruitt. This offense is explosive. What happens when you start to upgrade the talent level? We see 5-star Nico Iamaleava on his way to Rocky Top, already there, went through bowl practice, going to compete throughout the spring. I'm excited to see what he looks like. Now, what happens when you start adding elite 5-star wide receivers to go along with him? And I know some of you are going to say, well, star rankings don't matter. Well, not necessarily. They don't necessarily matter. Look at a guy like Nathan Laycock, 3-star prospect. As he plays out his senior year, he becomes a highly rated 4-star. Player evaluation is way more important, but what happens when you get legitimate guys in place? The talent gap starts to close. The depth starts to catch up with the Georgias and the Alabamas. And then let's see how good Josh Heupel is as a football coach. But again, Ryan Wingo going to be on campus this weekend for junior day. He's been on campus before, had 3 visits, 2 visits last year, and then he's got the one scheduled for this coming weekend. He was on campus during the Florida win, talked about the electric atmosphere, really enjoyed it. He's got a good relationship. He likes Nico. What wide receiver doesn't like Nico, right? I mean, we talk about Joe Milton, and we need to see him succeed in 2023. But these kids in the class of 24 don't necessarily care about Joe Milton because he's going to be long gone by the time they end up on campus. They want to see Nico. And there was an interview that Chad Simmons did over at On3, catching up with Ryan Wingo. He talked about Nico Iamaleava, and he talked about wanting to see him get an opportunity in mop-up duty, get out there, sling the rock around. They're excited about Nico because that's going to be the quarterback that they come up with. So when you got a quarterback that can get a guy like Ryan Wingo the ball, that's going to help you with recruiting. One of the things he said is players recruit other players. So it's big time that Tennessee's got that quarterback in the boat. I think it's also big time that we've seen VAWLS Jones go off to the NFL. We've seen Jalen Hyatt win the Biletnikoff, and now he's off to the NFL. Going to be a highly rated draft pick. That's huge. Player development, getting guys to the league. That's what these kids want to see. It's why Ohio State has so much success when you recruit the wide receiver position. As far as scouting report on Ryan Wingo, it's everything you want. Track background. This is from Alan Treyu, 247 Sports. Track background that includes a 10.55 in the 100-meter dash as a sophomore. Comes from a running back family, but has the speed and pass catching ability to play receiver or see a hybrid role in college. Has a leaner, high cut build where he can play wide receiver, but could also still motion into the backfield and be handed the ball some. We've seen the same thing with Cam Seldon, right? Cam Seldon, class of 23. A lot of talk about whether he's going to end up at wide receiver or running back. And he's got that hybrid, a guy you can move around, do different things with. Look what this coaching staff, think previously, right? When previous coaching staffs talked about getting the ball to playmakers in space, finding a way to utilize your talent, I don't think anybody does it better than Josh Heupel. Look what he did with Princeton Fant, a tight end. He threw a touchdown, caught touchdowns, ran touchdowns, came out of the backfield, played fullback, sat in the I formation. Josh Heupel truly knows how to utilize talent. Scouting report goes on to say not only has track speed, has some wiggle, although he runs by defenders more than he makes them miss in a phone booth. That twitch can be seen as a route runner also, catches the ball well away from his frame and tracks it well over his shoulder, is a good route runner currently, but can still continue to add more craft and diversify his route tree as he gets older. Dangerous return man who can continue being a kick returner in college. Not the kind of player that has to be put in a box. He is an offensive threat and a scoreboard changer at the next level, no matter how he touches the ball. Likely a future high draft choice with a combination of size, verified speed, and versatility. Again, that's Ryan Wingo, the top-ranked player out of the state of Missouri, 6'2", 198 pounds, will be able to add some weight to that frame, but he's got that height, fits perfectly in the Josh Heupel offense. Now, as far as his recruitment, again, he'll be on campus this weekend for VAWLS Junior Day, but he's also going to be heading off to Texas A&M on January the 21st. Colorado will also get a visit on the 28th. He visited Missouri last season. He's got offers from anywhere he wants to go. Clemson, Nebraska, Notre Dame, Oregon, Miami, Penn State. He's got all the offers in the world, but he is trending towards Rocky Top. Again, Steve Wiltfong put in the crystal ball back last November. Now, sometimes that far out, they don't necessarily mean that much, but I do think that Tennessee is the team to beat in this one. Again, a lot of talent going to be on Rocky Top this weekend for the class of 24. We'll keep you guys updated. We'll talk about it. You know, we're doing the Coach Jay film breakdown of all the in-state kids. We got some other names that are going to pop up that you guys want to see. Maybe Ryan Wingo is one of those names that you want to see us break down the film on. If it is, hit the comment section. Let us know. I can get with Coach Jay, and maybe we can get that recorded for a future episode. But big-time opportunity. The focus is starting to shift. We had that wave of transfer portal. Now we're going to have a wave of high school kids in the class of 24, and then we're going to get to spring practice. We'll see another wave of activity in the portal. Hopefully Tennessee can pick up some more help on the defensive side of the ball, maybe a defensive back, maybe a look at somebody at the edge position. Heard some rumors, grumblings that Tennessee could possibly add somebody before this cycle ends, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We'll keep you guys updated as always. Don't forget, I'll be live Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. We'll talk some ball football and play a little NCAA 2013. Always a good time. And again, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' Balls Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' Balls. We appreciate all the support there. I want to see you guys repping the merch. Tag me up at Boogie Bentley on Twitter. Also, quick thank you to all the members of the channel. You guys keep the lights on around here. Seen a lot of comments recently from people saying their membership expired. They didn't realize it. They didn't know it. Make sure you've got that little power T beside your name and access to all the custom Talkin' Balls emojis, fan call-in shows, all that good stuff. You guys give me the opportunity to do this as a career, so I thank you for that. I'm grateful for that. The members are what keep this thing rolling, so we appreciate you. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' Balls Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.